What we see every day from the window. Car on the way to work or watching through the window. Liner flying over the city is our. The world familiar from childhood, but the Earth does not even. A grain of sand and there in the vast universe. Though why are we talking about it in singular? Spend time with the Hubble channel and learn about your global home. Infinite and mysterious universe. Space is a very inhospitable place. Especially for such a fragile creature. As a person, even being on Earth, we run the risk of burning. Temperatures above 70 degrees are freeze at the same minus sign. What to say about vacuum? Which is absolutely not meant for presence in it of people without special equipment. When discussing issues related to universe, then there are more questions than answers. Firstly, more than 1 decade of scientists arguing how she appeared the most popular hypothesis today. It's the proverbial Big Bang on fragments of which we live only. Imagine an explosion occurred instantly from the only point called in scientific world. Point of singularity is a strange place. Having infinite temperature and density and physical laws are known. There is no work for mankind. Its scale can be judged by the fact that the consequences of the explosion over 14 billion years old ago we still feel. Hubble telescope observation. Galaxies are still moving away from each other. Friend, that is, the universe still expands. What is behind outside of the universe is pretty weird question. Considering that mankind is practically knows nothing about her, but still we will try to answer it. The theory most in demand, called inflation, that is our. The universe is not at all exclusive opposite. Adjacent to it is an infinite number of other entities. They can be more or less contain life, whether be absolute dead, for example, in one of them may splashing around a monstrous big ocean, while in another live strange creatures similar to unicorns. In 3 familiar laws of physics will be take on a different meaning. Gravity in another universe will not be attract but repel. There can be many options. The number of such formations to count. More Google and goal is the number representing 10 in the 100th degrees. That is, a 10 with 100 zeros, but here. A paradox for every inhabitant of these amazing worlds, their universe, infinite and unique. They are like us. Naively perceive it not as isolated island ball, as well as absolutely is infinite, in the formation of this effect can be compared with a photo in which gradually increase the resolution and it becomes less and less clear what is on it. Shows the number of options. Universes cannot be written to pages of all books now existing on Earth. By the way, the scenario of life can be very similar but with a different ending. Exactly the same Earth in another universe collapses into a black hole, or the same planet as ours but only in another world has already come communism and people still. Demonstration goes sausage for 2 rubles 20 kopecks. Maybe somewhere in universe number 10 in 150 and degree. Your absolute twin is watching right now. The insanely popular Hubble channel, and surprised by the fact that he may be a clone is noteworthy. That when number of inflationary Googleplex is 10 to the power 10 in 100, then the history of the development of the worlds will inevitably repeat. So having your own clones, according to quantum theory, to the inhabitants, an infinite number of worlds to avoid fail. Can neighboring universes more likely to interact? Just something will happen in the foreseeable future. The future is a rhetorical question, but if such a scenario will come true, then it consequences cannot be foreseen. The bravest science fiction writer or astrophysicist inevitable influence. Andromeda Galaxy with our Milky Way. It's an innocent incident compared with such a grand event. Just imagine the world living by completely different laws will break into our changing it forever. What if in neighboring the universe is only black or energy clocks are maybe, and we collapsed under the influence gravity to its primary singular state? How will interact 7 completely different physical laws can be brought strange in something paradoxical example of what is common between The numbers 355 and the sleep of a centaur are find. At least one similarity between purple color and anthrax are examples. You can lead to infinity but the goal. This process one understanding that. How diametrically opposed. Maybe the world has violated the border of our. Be that as it may, until we're even in. Able to see the limits of one's own universe, although assuming that it has the shape of a sphere, then this will never. The universe will happen to us. Limited to overseas 14 billion light years is the distance. Seen by the legendary Hubble telescope. Be with the Hubble channel and learn about mysterious processes that took place, or take place in the future and unknown planets and worlds we hold a hand on. Join the pulse of the universe.